Hello everyone, welcome to Mondaiji, or as I call it, Problem Children or Giant Boob Rabbit Show, the second episode. When we last left off, it was Izayo fighting a dragon, water dragon, killing it. I don't think he killed it, yeah, he just beat it, yeah. And getting a plant, hooray, that kind of, it was pretty funny. But, I guess we finally learn why Kurosage invited Asuka, Yu, and Izayo to their world because it turns out her community, I think, got completely wiped out. Or completely owned, I wrote here. And that's why she summoned the three of them because guess what they need to fight? A demon lord. And everyone saw that coming. And I didn't think of it, but yeah, usually fantasy worlds, demon lords are usually the ones you have to beat. But I guess the demon lord wiped out their land as well, and it took a bunch of kids, killed a bunch of kids too. So yeah, their community is kind of like weak right now. And throughout some certain events, you learn that the island's been divided into like 7 parts. I guess you could lay it out like a bullseye type thing. On the very out ring, you have the 7, which are like, I guess the poor communities. As you get towards the center, number 1's the middle, obviously. That's probably where the Demon Lord lives, and I guess we're all our characters now. They're in the 7th area, so they're kind of hanging out with these weak team, which it kind of explains why they have them. Because I mean, look at Izayo. His power is kind of like you still don't know what it is. And speaking of powers, we learn that Asuka's power, she's got a pretty interesting power. I mean, there's this vampire we met last week, Galdo. And Asuka basically lays into him with her, as people in the comments said before, her Gias type power. That she just tells him, like, okay, tell me everything, and he's almost stuck in this truth mode. He has to tell the truth. And then he gets on and on and on, and she just, like, shut up. His mouth clamps shut, and he can't open his mouth again. And, yeah, it did feel like that Code Geass a little bit. She's just like, Asuka commands you, and he does it. It's pretty funny. So it kind of shows you that it's not just animals. She can do it to humans and other creatures and people, but I don't know if she can do it to someone like Isaiah, because his power is just so, you know what it is. And then you have Yu, more about her power. It's the same like the wolf thing. She can take the aspects of animals and like strength, because Galdo actually transforms into this weird like cat creature. I don't know why that was kind of stupid. I guess vampires are cats. I don't know, but she based him on his back and pins him there. He's like this big brute monster thing. For you, it's like no problem at all. She just holds him there, like it's easy. That was pretty funny. And yeah, like I said, I said it a few times before that he's powered. No one knows what it is. Even the new character Shiro Yasha, which she appears and she's this little, vampire-looking character. She's a demon though. And it's like, as always, first meeting with her, he's just like, Japanese clad lolly. It's just, keeps making fun of her. And speaking of Shiro Yasha, she's, if you're a fan of Railgun, you might recognize her as Kiriko, her voice actress. I was waiting for at least one Oni-sama, but it didn't work like that, so, yeah. And I guess her role in the series is to, like, appraise power. I guess she can narrow it down to what you exactly have. And it's kind of cool. When you first meet her, you got your 3 main characters. They kind of sit there and listen to her talk, and they hear that she's the strongest in the area, and all 3 of them get up like they want to challenge her. After that, it was fun watching the challenge that Shiro Yasha put together for him. It was like this: she summoned this griffin, and I guess the object was to ride the griffin's back and stay on as long as you can without falling. So that was one challenge for them. And, Yu steps up and she's like, oh, I'll do it. This is something I'm, good at. And I kind of figured, animals, that's her forte. That's what she's good at. And she jumps on the back, talking to this griffin. He's just kind of like, oh, you're not going to be able to do this. You're a weak little human. And, of course, she doesn't really fall off till the very end. And she becomes friends with the griffin character. That's fine. I don't mind that. I mean, it is a fantasy world, so I was expecting dragons and griffins and things like this. Anyway, so And more about you, I guess you learned that. Like, I don't know if she was able to walk before or what her condition was, but her father gave her this wooden talisman, I guess, and that kind of gave her the ability to, I guess, walk. I don't know. I think it's because of the cat too. You know, she had the cat with her, and maybe she didn't know at the time, but she was relying on the cat, which gave her the ability to, you know, walk around and do all that stuff. And we did see an episode when she jumped around, acting like a cat, so that's kind of neat. And speaking of that, you know, the little lolly girl, there's another girl at the end. I don't know what she is. She might be a vampire. She did bite the other vampire, or she can give people power. I don't know, because she mentioned that something that you have the power now don't fail or something like that. So I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, why are all the lolly characters the most powerful in this? I guess, yeah, whatever. Maybe I get that demographic, I guess, the interest to watch it. And back to Kuro's saga for a bit. She acts kind of like the mother figure to the three humans. She's worried about them, tell them not to do this, not do that. She kind of mothers them a little bit, but she still maintains to be, you know, interesting. I love the moments where she's like, yes, those ones are just those make me laugh. And even though her community is kind of like weak right now and they're on the low side, she still maintains her fun personality. I think that's nice about her. Most people might find her a little annoying at times, but I think she just kind of fuels the show for me. At least keeps it interesting. Without her being around, I don't know what. If it was just the three characters wandering around, it might be a little boring. They didn't have someone to guide them around. And back to the, you know, Shiroyasha for a bit. I don't know, she's interesting to me. Besides voice actor stuff, she's kind of this hyper little kid, but even though I know she's probably like super old, but she's interesting. I know the opening showed her with like this ice power, so I'm waiting to see that. Plus the other characters, I'm waiting to see those. Yeah. So other than that, not very much to talk about the episode. It was just more intros to like, oh, this is the story now. So now we have a plot, sort of, I should say. From there on out, 3, I'm not sure what's going on in episode 3. Oh yeah, you finally get to see the ending this week. The ending video, it's pretty nice. Yeah, these like 3, they're all chibi characters, and they're kind of dancing for a bit in the ending, and halfway through the dance they stop, and Kuro Sage is kind of like, watches the other two humans like, oh, why'd you stop? And she starts dancing, and the other two finally are like, oh, screw it, and they just jump in and start dancing again. Even as in the end, jumps in and does like breakdance thing. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Speaking of music, the opening, I don't know what's so addictive about it, I just keep watching it. It's like the moment when they go like 3, 2, 1, kind of makes me laugh. Yeah, random English thrown in there. Kind of reminds me of Fire Brain. How they had lots of English in their openings. So, yeah, I hope you guys stick around for the 3rd episode. I know that, like I said, it's 10 episodes of this series, so it's gonna be pretty easy to follow. For me, anyway. It doesn't seem like a complex show, besides all the info dump, with the games, the rules, the island being divided up in 7 spots. I didn't really care for much for that, but I did like the parts about the reveal of Yu's power. The Griffin, even though his front little paw things look kind of weird when he landed. Anyway, it's minor things. And I hope I see you next week on episode 3. See you later. Bye.